Hey! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. So happy that you're here. And if you've clicked on this video, you are here for one thing, and that is to help achieve your goals and to learn how to stay organized to better and improve yourself. So that is what we're going to talk about today. And I'm so excited to get into this topic because these steps that I'm going to talk about in this video today have completely changed the game for me in success for my own personal goals and all of my health and wellness goals today as well. So first, let's talk about the reasons why you're struggling to stay organized and achieve your goals. It's not because you're not good enough. It's not because you don't have the potential or can't do it. Always what happens is we start really strong, we're really excited, but motivation begins to fade, right? Life gets in the way. Things happen, that motivation fades. We put way too much on our plate, so we begin to feel so overwhelmed and burn out that we just stop doing it altogether and feel like a failure. Or number three, we just didn't put a system in place to set us up for success and to really achieve those goals. And that's where organization comes in as well. So by the end of this video, you will have very clear steps on what to do starting today that can not only help organize your life, but really start taking the steps you need to do to achieve any goal, whether it's personal, financial, for your fitness, nutrition, or health. This is kind of a formula that really works for any goal. So that's what I want you guys to walk away after watching this video. Step one on how to achieve your goals is stop relying on motivation. Action comes before motivation. Action inspires motivation. And I know that can be a hard pill to swallow, but motivation is just not reliable. It's just a feeling, and it really does come and go. So what do we do from here? I have two rules that I think will help you. The first one is by Mel Robbins, and it's the 5-second rule. So whenever you're feeling unmotivated, you're having a hard time getting going, getting started, getting to the gym, meal prepping, making that healthy decision, whatever it is for you, it's counting back from 0 or counting back from 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, put on your workout clothes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start that meal prep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start journaling. Whatever that goal looks like for you. So that's the first one to help when you're feeling stuck and unmotivated. The second one is actually called the 2-minute rule. And I heard this from Atomic Habits by James Clear, which I swear by that book. I love that book. But the 2-minute rule basically is another way to say start small. If you're feeling unmotivated, having a hard time getting started on a goal, you don't need to jump into a 1-hour workout if your obstacle is trying to get yourself to work out. You don't have to make, some huge gourmet dinner. Do something that starts with 2 minutes, right? Have that apple that takes 1 minute to have that healthy snack, or go and do 2 minutes of a walk, or take 2 minutes to help budget your finances. Again, this applies to anything, but try and find a goal that will only take a couple minutes and is super easy to start with. And now what you've done by using these two rules is you are inspiring action. Once you do that action, you're gonna have that feeling of accomplishment. And when you have that feeling of accomplishment, it is gonna inspire that motivation to keep you moving forward. So that's step number one. Step number two is be specific and be realistic. I'm sure a lot of us have heard of SMART goals. If anything, it's probably, been beat over the head with it. And if you struggle with this concept, or it just feels like kind of a pain more than anything to try and go through the SMART every time, try and just focus on the specific, the S, and the R, because that kind of envelopes everything that's really important. When you're specific with it, that will help with the measurement and all that stuff. And the reason why I say this is vague goals are not going to get you results. I want to get fit sounds more like a wish than it does an actual goal. I want to go to the gym 3 times a week for 30 minutes and go on the Stairmaster or strength training, whatever it is. That is a specific goal, and for me, that would be a realistic goal. It's going to be different for everyone, but that is what you want to focus on. Make a specific goal and make sure that it's realistic for you at this point in time. Is it going to get you, or is it going to lead you towards the end goal that you want, right? Think of what success looks like for you. And if this S, this specific and realistic goal that you've made, is taking steps towards that success for you, that means you're on the right track. So that's number two. Number 3 to achieving my goals and staying organized. This one I think is arguably the biggest game changer for me. Tim actually showed this to me years ago, is time blocking. I never used to time block my things. I would just kind of go through the day willy-nilly, have kind of a to-do list of what I have to do, just did my best to try and check things off my list. I'm not saying I didn't get things done, but I wasn't nearly as efficient and organized as I am now that I've started time blocking. I almost have that mindset now. If I did not write it down, if it is not in my calendar, it is not happening or it does not exist. So in order to do this, I write a list every morning of all of the things that I need to get done or want to do that day. And by each of those times, I also write how long I think it will take or how long I want to dedicate it down to. And you can make this as specific or not specific as you want. I don't want to tell exactly you how to do it because you and I might be a little different, but I know if I don't write it down, I will forget. So for example, emails has 5 minutes by it. A specific client call, I know that takes 1 hour with all of my notes, so I'll put that. Some kind of work project might take me about 45 minutes, or I know I just want to spend 45 minutes towards that work project because that might be a bigger project that takes days and I want to make sure I'm making progress on it, but I don't want to spend or dedicate my entire day to that. So writing down all the things I want to get done, and then next to it, writing down how long each of those I want it to take or how long I will dedicate it to that activity. And with that, if you have a specific goal you're working towards, so I'm just going to keep going with the fitness goal or nutrition goal, you're trying to meal prep or plan, you're trying to make sure you go to the gym, make sure you spend at least 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day dedicated towards that specific goal. If you're really serious about reaching a specific goal you have for yourself, make sure you block the time for it and make sure that you are able to build that in your schedule so you can achieve it and get it done, because that's really the only way it's going to get done, if it has the attention and energy from you that it deserves. Step number 4 for taking actionable goals and for staying organized is having my master list and my top 3. And this is key for me on how I avoid becoming overwhelmed. So reverting back to old Sarah again, when I kind of just was willy-nilly going through things the best that I could. It's not that I was lazy, I was still trying, but I wasn't being very efficient. I had a very long to-do list and it was ever growing. And the older I've gotten, the longer this list has gotten, even now. And what I did is I would just be so overwhelmed where I would end up getting 1, maybe 2 things done, if that, right? Throughout the whole day. It was so overwhelming. I felt like I was never achieving anything on the list or never finishing it because it was just constantly growing. And for me, that was just getting myself in a very negative headspace. So I created one master to-do list. I personally have it in my notes app, and it's everything that I have to get done or everything I think of that needs to be added to that list goes on that list. But it's not the daily to-do list that I look at every day. So it's separate. And I know if I have certain dates or months by that those master things need to get done by, I'll just make a quick little, note by it of what month-ish or what deadline day it has so I can help keep track, but then that's not the super long list that I'm looking at all of the time. So that's part number 1 for that. My top 3 is setting my 3 priorities for the day. This is something with that daily to-do list I do every morning. So if I have 10 things I have to do during the day, I make sure to star or highlight, however you want to do it, my top 3 things of that day. And for some, this might be all you have to do, is make that top 3 of the day. Kind of depends how much of a planner. I'm a little bit more type A, so I need all of it. But if you're looking for just somewhere to start, having your top 3 priorities. I need to spend 1 hour getting my workout in. I need to spend 45 minutes on this work project I have to do, and I need to make dinner, homemade healthy dinner from scratch today, whatever that is. So you have your top 3 and you make that top 3 every single morning or the night before bed, whatever is going to work for you, whatever is more realistic for you. So that's how I avoid overwhelm. Now with these things, especially with my time blocking, if you find yourself, I love this time blocking, but I'm having a hard time getting myself to get it done in time or to actually do it. When I'm in a pinch, I don't do this all the time, but when I need a boost of motivation, I will actually set a timer on my phone for set activity to help me get it done. So if I gotta clean the house and I put it's gonna take me half an hour, I will set a timer for 30 minutes and I will clean as much as I can in the house. Or if I'm doing a work project, I will put that timer for 45 minutes and I'm like, okay, phone is down, do not disturb, I'm zoning in on this project for 45 minutes. And that is how I help avoid overwhelm and really feel like I'm making progress on my list, staying organized and moving forward on my goals. And I'm definitely one of those people that when I get to check something off that list, I feel like I have a rush of dopamine. I'm feeling great, I'm feeling accomplished, I'm getting things done. So that is my step number 4. Step number 5 of achieving my goals and staying organized, I almost feel like this is the secret when it comes to unlocking this. And it is actually a bit of an end of the month check-in or journaling, which is what it looks like for me. And there's just 3 simple questions you really have to ask yourself. The first one is, what went well for my goals or my actions this month? So what went well? What didn't go well? What did not work this month? And the third question is, what are going to be my focuses or my intentions for next month? Those are the 3 questions I ask myself at the end of every month. And the reason for this is when we don't reflect and check in, how do we know that we're making progress? How do we know that we're continuing to move forward in our goals without being able to reflect and look back? And not only gives you an opportunity to celebrate your wins and accomplishments and all the things you're doing amazing, but it also is giving you a chance to see, all right, well, what's not working? What do I need to do to level up, to make myself continue to progress so that you're not running in circles and we actually get past that plateau or that back and forth and you're able to reach that next step on the staircase or that next milestone in your goal. So being able to check in with yourself, be honest with yourself so that you are really getting the most out of all this hard work that you're putting in and day out and showing up for yourself. And that's my step 5. So as an overview, these are the 5 steps that you need to take to make sure you're actually achieving your goals and staying organized. Number 1, stop waiting for motivation, take action first using the 5-second rule and the 2-minute rule. Number 2, make sure the goals that you're setting are very specific and realistic for you. Number 3, start time blocking. Own your time, it's yours. Number 4, make sure you have a master to-do list and then your top 3 priorities of the day so that you avoid overwhelm. And number 5, check in with yourself. Any cadence you want, but I recommend at the end of every single month. What's going well? What's not? What am I focusing on for next month? So here's my challenge for you guys if you've made it this far in the video. I want you to pick one action that you think you can start with today, right now. What's one action that you feel like is realistic, that you're feeling good about, that you're feeling inspired by, that you can commit to? And once you do that, let me know in the comments which one of those actions that you are going to start with. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was and you got something from it or just enjoyed it, please show support and give it a like and comment. Maybe share this with somebody who you feel like is super ambitious and goal-oriented and is trying to level up in their success and their journey, whatever that is for them. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me today. I really hope it was helpful and I will see you in the next video.